Sorry about that. So many technical difficulties when I do the second one. So I'm actually thinking I'll rethink how I'm going to do this. I know YouTube replay, you guys want it easier. Unfortunately, it's causing a lot of technical difficulty to come back. So I'll just have to figure out something for replaying to YouTube. So again, this is Abena Palmore on Embrace in Beauty on Periscope. You can find me on Instagram at embrace_natural_beauty. You can find me on Facebook at Embrace Natural Beauty and on YouTube at Embrace Natural Beauty. Thank you so much. We're going to be replaying this video on YouTube. So what I want to do in this segment is we're going to go through a list of products that we love that contain protein that we've identified. We're also going to share how we know that these are proteins. I'll share with you the site that I went to or the sites that I went to try and pull down some information so it'd be helpful for you. So let's try this again. We're going to run through our list. Hey Gail, just wanted to remind you guys this is the segment that's going to go on YouTube, so I'm not going to do all the greeting and all that kind of stuff right now, and the answering questions is going to come after we're done with this. So I don't know where these people are coming from. A lot of people to block tonight. Okay, so let's get started. If Michelle is on and Rita are on, if you can start to share with everyone the products that you love that you've identified have proteins in it. Oh, and let me do this real quickly. How you know the ingredient is protein. So I did go to a site, went to a couple of sites, but one that I really liked that contained the information was Curly Nikki. I don't know how many of you are familiar with curlynikki.com, but it's a very resourceful site for natural hair. And so we're going to just, there are too many people coming on tonight. I think I'm just going to stick with just one broadcast because this is really crazy. The previous broadcast didn't have all these interruptions. So what we're going to do is talk about some of these proteins and how you can know. Thank you, Rita Giovanni, Smooth as Silk, Deeper Moisture Conditioner. And what is the protein in it? And let me give you the proteins. I'm going to give you first the list of proteins, and then if you can share with me your products. So on that site, I know it's a lot of block party, but YouTube can't see it. So if I don't see it, I'm trying to look at this list here. So let's go. This is what I got from Curly Nikki. It was casein, which is spelled C-A-S-E-I-N, casein, collagen or collagen, C-O-L-L-A-G-N, keratin, rice protein, silk, soy, wheat, silk amino acids, and oat flour. And those, if you see any of those are proteins. And I'm sure there are other proteins, but these are the ones that were listed on curlynikki.com. And it's a very resourceful site for natural hair. Now, if you all can share your products, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 that I'm going to share with you guys. So Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Conditioner has hydrolyzed rice and wheat protein. Cool. Thank you. And just so you know, Michelle does have low porosity hair. Giovanni, Deeper Moisture Conditioner, Silk and Hydrolyzed Wheat Protein. Thank you, Rita, who also has low porosity hair. Is Rita Miller on? I know she has some items as well. Okay, I'll start to share some of mine. That's what I've been using, the Manufa honey. Cool. You have great memory? I do. I try. Oh, you're typing? Okay, cool. Thank you, Rita. So I'm going to let Rita put hers up, and then I'll go through mine unless more of you have, because as many of you who can share as possible. That way we have more to see, more examples. I'm just gonna, I don't know, these. I have low porosity hair too. Great. So I want this to be helpful for those of us who struggle, especially with low porosity hair, to be able to see. You love the Manuka honey from Shea Moisture? Cool. Okay. And we don't ask, no, you never mind, I'm going to respond. Avalon Organics Conditioner, Hydrolyzed Wheat Protein. Thank you, Rita. The K-Pack Restructor, but it isn't natural. Well, if it's a product that contains protein and you've found that you've used it, you have low porosity hair, and it has protein in it, and it worked well for you, that's what we're trying to determine. Trader Joe's. Yeah, Lisa, I know that you're low porosity. Thank you. Rita, do me a favor. You put Trader Joe's and then you put the protein. But what was the name of the Trader Joe product? Those proteins are listed at the bottom of their ingredients list, and my hair loves it. So you know what that means, Michelle, that it's not in high concentration. Probably pretty much the same sections as you. Okay. Someone else already mentioned. Yeah, someone did mention the Giovanni. Did you have a different one? If you have a different one, just let us know. And does anyone else have any products to list? Because I want to try to, we did a great job with the best moisturizers for low porosity hair. And I kind of want to get, she said, my bad, Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle Soy Protein. Cool, soy protein. I kind of want to get a, substantial list, so it's going to be enough to, correlate and see, what the consistency across the board is, if there is any. I remember last week, she's not on tonight, and I can't remember her name. It wasn't Dorsey. There was another lady. She shared. One of you said, "Oh, I like hydrolyzed wheat protein," and then she said, "I hate anything with wheat protein in it." And so, for those of you who may have missed, let me see. Every once in a while, I use the hash keratin protein treatment. Okay, so a couple of you have mentioned protein treatments, and those are designed, specifically to fortify the hair with, with protein and treatment in a, more of an extensive way. And that's still helpful. You know why? Because a lot of people have questions about whether or not, if you have low porosity hair, whether or not you should even do a protein treatment. Can your hair even withstand a protein treatment? So I thank you guys for sharing that these products are working well for you. I'm going to want you to come back when we talk about protein treatments as well, because do we really need them? Did you check your hair to make sure you were experiencing, where you needed an extensive protein treatment? We're going to talk about that more extensively in a couple of weeks. Not next week. Next week I'm going to be traveling, so I'm not going to do, like a substantial scope that has a topic that's really serious. I'll do that when I'm able to broadcast from home. So does anyone else have any products before I go through mine? Or maybe I should go through mine while you're putting yours together. Should I go ahead? Or are you putting stuff together? Are you sharing? That was the whole idea of coming back at 8:30 so you guys can have your list together. Okay, so the 2-minute reconstructor with hydrolyzed vegetable protein and hydrolyzed keratin, keratin. Talia Wajid leave-in has silk protein. Okay. And Rita said, forget that. Go ahead, Bana, share your list. Okay. All right. Oh, Rita says, Shea Moisture Superfruit Complex 10-in-1 Renewal System has hydrolyzed rice protein at the bottom. Okay, so I'm noticing, these products contain the protein, but the concentration levels are not that high. So I'm also seeing that may be a consistency with us as well. We can take it, but it's good when it's in the order where it's not in the top 5, where it's closer toward the bottom. I wonder if that's a consistency. So here are these are some moisturizers. Actually, I'm going to do these two together because they're the same brand. So this is True. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I'm just trying to stay on point because we're trying to get through these points, and then we're going to do question and answer, okay? But thank you for tuning in. These are 2 products by True. The first one is their leave-in conditioners. They're nourishing leave-in conditioner, and it contains the, let's see, what did I write down? Oh, I didn't write it down? Gosh, I gotta look at this small print again. I wrote it down on my paper, and now I have to look at it again. Let me see. It was the hydrolyzed keratin is in the Nourishing Leave-In by True. And so that one falls toward the bottom of the list as well, because it has several ingredients, and it falls down here. So it's not in the top 5, definitely not in the top 5, not even in the top 10. And then by the same brand is their Intense Treatment Mask, and I wrote this one down. It's the hydrolyzed keratin. I think that was in both of them. So hydrolyzed keratin for both of them. That's what I just said. Hydrolyzed keratin. So that one's fine for me. I like both of those. And then Hydrotherma Naturals. So this is, where did I put it? I didn't bring it in here? Oh, there it is, behind my big water bottle. I'll have to copy and paste your comment because I'm giving mine now, and I'd like to get yours. I'd like to read it back. So this is Hydrotherma Naturals Amino Plus Protein Deep Conditioning Treatment. The protein that's in this one, I have to look for these, is the Amino Plus, wait, what is, oh, it's hydrolyzed soy protein. So yeah, it's hydrolyzed soy protein. So you guys don't have to talk. I'm talking. I'm over here messing words up. Hydrolyzed soy protein works for me. And then for LRC, gosh, this one is the Shake and Go. And I know this bottle's not open. This one is the Shake and Go, and this one has silk protein. And so that's a leave-in and a detangler. Then their leave-in conditioner has silk protein and keratin amino acids. So that one is a leave-in moisturizer. And then the potion, which is actually a protein treatment that I use in the salon. This is some great stuff. Has hydrolyzed wheat protein. So these all work well for me. And as I had mentioned with you guys last week, I had a product that had the silk amino acids. It was the only one that I felt like it didn't help me with moisture retention. So yeah, so thank you. Rita is sharing with us that hydrolyzed just means that it's broken down from its original state so that it can better penetrate into your hair strand. So a smaller molecular size. And so there was another person shared a product that they love that contains protein, and a number of you have shared that. Thank you, ladies. A number of you have shared that you have protein treatments that you've used that work well. So Shea Moisture, Manuka Honey, and the 10-in-1 have rice protein. Yes, someone else shared, and that's at least 3 or 4 of you who said that one works well. And I actually like that one too. I don't have it here. I've used it up. That's why I don't have it. What was the product you held up before for LRC? I held up 3 products for LRC. So this first one is a Shake and Go. This is the big industrial size because this is stuff I use in the salon for heat styling. LRC is the brand that I use for my heat styling, heat styling clients. So the first one was a detangling leave-in conditioner. And the second one was the actual leave-in conditioner. And then the third one, what was the white bottle? You asked me about LRC. So I'm giving you the LRC. The white bottle was Hydrotherma Naturals. Wait, this one. This one. It was the Amino Plus Protein Deep Conditioning Treatment. See? Did I not show you guys the other bottles? I didn't do a good job of showing you guys. Did you see them? Yes, that's it. Thanks. Okay. So I'm just taking some water. No? What, Rita? What do I need to do? Okay. Tipia says Aubrey GPB Balancing Protein Conditioner has glycoprotein and milk protein. So she mentioned a couple more proteins that weren't on the list from Curly Nikki, which is fine because that list I forgot to mention was generated in 2013, but that's what's on their website now. When I Googled identifying protein in hair products, that's what came up. So, and you have low porosity hair too, so that's good. So I know that there are a number of people who normally tune in, and then we did have, you know, a couple of different technical issues trying to get back on, connectivity issues. So I just want to share this with you all who may be watching this on YouTube if you're not able to. If you can share with us, you know, in the comment section below, if you have products that you absolutely love and you have identified some proteins that are in them, can you list those as well so that we can help, you know, each other who have low porosity hair identify those products that have protein, because we do need protein and that have been good for us. You were responding on my scope, so you missed what I said because you were responding to somebody else, Rita. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, see, I done went off the cuff. You see, you done pulled me out. I was on whole, you know, just we're going to be doing this with YouTube kind of zone because this is segment 2. So as I was explaining, when we come off the scope and go to the next segment, we continue to run into this connectivity issue, whereas the first scope is absolutely fine. So she said, my bad. So I'm trying to rethink, how can we do this? The reason why I do the scope is so that I can communicate with you all, so I can interact with you. When I'm doing a recorded video, I'm talking to myself essentially, but I'm imagining that you're there. Here, you're here, and I'm seeing your comments, I'm seeing you all talk to each other, ask each other questions, and then missing my comments, missing my examples because you're talking to each other. Rita and Rita. So, but yeah, this forum is about interacting. You know, we're having conversation. I can't have a conversation with you through a YouTube video. All I can do is get your comments, your feedback after I've recorded it and uploaded and shared it. Here, we're Bana, can you show me that bottle? And I could pick the bottle up and show it to you. You don't have to wait until next week. You know, this is live. This is a broadcast. So for those of you who are on YouTube, I really, truly encourage you to download that Periscope app and get on here and interact with us. If you have questions, I'm going to answer them when you ask them, provided that I'm not in the middle of answering someone else's questions. We got to be respectful. If I'm answering someone else's question, give me a chance to, you know, complete the answer. So that's the only thing. But the ladies here in the scope are great. They interact with each other. They've made friends with each other. They miss each other when they're not on the scope and say, hey, girl, I hope everything is okay. So I invite you all to be a part of Periscope broadcasts with us. But thank you for watching, you know, the YouTube, and I'll explain this. For me to edit them takes so much longer to get them back up to YouTube or get them onto YouTube, because the file size changes from this stream, this live stream, to a real file that's several megabytes to even gigabytes, and that takes a real long time to upload to YouTube. So it's easier just to share this unedited version. But I'm rethinking how we're going to do this because the second wave tends to have some technical difficulties. So ladies and men, Abena Dion. Ladies and men, Abena Dion. I don't know what that means. We'll miss you next week. Well, I'm going to try to come on. I just know that there's going to be a challenge because I'm going to be in Virginia. I'm not going to be, you know, at home. I'm going to be in another hair session type of thing, training, you know, styling and stuff like that. So if I do get a chance to come on, maybe I'll come on earlier in the day. I don't know, to show you guys what we're doing, and then broadcast later like a recap type of thing. But I'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. It's not my regular Sunday at home. I'm going to be on the road on Sunday of next week. So I will now take questions unless there are anything else to add. You said ladies are on here. Well, I'm a man. Oh, I didn't know that. It's usually ladies. I don't know. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, all are welcome as long as there's, you know, peaceful, respectful conversation on the scope. You're welcome. You're welcome. Male or female. So yeah. Were there any other questions? YouTube, you know, we've already done the list. I invite you to share in the comment section. So now I'm going to take answers and questions. So we are going to be chit-chatting. Back to the forum. What does slip mean for product? Okay, so usually what happens is when we're putting the product on our hair, if we're, you know, trying to detangle, you want a product like a conditioner is when I detangle my hair. I may have products that are specifically, I don't have any here. Wait, this one is. Like this one is a shake and go leave-in conditioner. This shake and go leave-in conditioner that I use when I'm working with my clients that I'm going to do the silk press on. This is also a detangler leave-in. It works extremely well. So you get a lot of slip in that your comb can glide over your hair because of the product just really smoothing down your hair and providing all of that lubrication. Whereas when you're working with your shampoo, you notice it's cleansing, so it doesn't have any smoothing, you know, agents in it. So when you try to put your comb through, you're gonna get a lot of tangles. Don't detangle your hair with your shampoo and detangle it with your conditioner or a product that's specifically designed for detangling, because it's going to give you that lubrication, that slip that you need. Okay? And was there another question? You are very welcome. Was there another question for the ladies? Are you going to get some time off, Avena? I'm a little concerned you may experience burnout. Well, I was in the house of the Lord today, so I got some strength from being there. And tomorrow is my first day off in 3 weeks. So I get to sleep late. I don't have to go anywhere. I just have to wash my hair, do laundry. So it won't be a completely relaxing day off, but at least I don't have to be somewhere at an exact certain time, and it doesn't have to be early. I can just, when I feel like washing my hair, or when I feel like doing the laundry, I'll do it. So thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. I know you care about me all. That means so much to me. What product have you found to give you slip? I'm still doing trial and error. Oh, thank you, ladies. Conditioners in general, some are better than others. For me, my staple products that I use have worked well, so I can speak from those as an experience. So specifically, a Beta Damage Remedy conditioner, which is right here. So it looks like this, the whole bottle. And I use always big size if I can get them. So it's restructuring conditioner, and I've been using this for 4.5 years. It has very good slip. It's very expensive. I don't mind using a whole lot to get the slip that I need. That's fine. There's also slip right here. Reach down and get. Oh, it's right here. I just pressed my finger in this chair. Anyway. So this is the Detoxifying Clay Cleanser by Wonder Girl. Does that have protein? This one by Aveda, I was looking because the way it's a damage remedy, right? So it's preventive maintenance. And I believe that it has protein in it, but not the proteins that were listed on Curly Nikki. This is all organic with the exception of the preserves. They're plant derived, so you can get protein from plants. It's just that they are not by the names that were on the list from Curly Nikki, but I'm almost certain that they're plant-based proteins, in here. And so the other product that I was sharing with you, you're welcome, is the Detoxifying Clay Cleanser by Wonder Girl. I don't know if you can see it. So this is a clay cleanser, but it also gives you some slip in that you can detangle with it. And I know one of the ladies, when I did my video, and she said, Beta, when I saw you combing through your hair with that fine-tooth comb with that clay on, I was like, ouch! I'm like, but it was fine, because I had slip. So that has slip. Let's see. This one, the Intense Treatment Mask by True. that I mentioned has a lot of slip. So, no, that's not true. Hold on, wait. Which one did I use for slip? No, that's not true. Don't use that one for slip because then you'll use a lot of the product. I used my conditioner when I did that one. Let's see. The other one, hang on. Oh gosh. The Restoring Hair Treatment by Wonder Curl. This is a deep conditioner. This has slip. Let's see. I have a lot of product, but I keep it in the salon. These are the things that I have in the house. So I have a whole bunch of like conditioners. Did she have Silk Protein on the list because my hair doesn't like or respond to it well? Is the Silk Protein on which one? Which product were you asking about? And another person? So ladies, this is coming toward the end of the video. Silk Protein, a couple of ladies have identified that Silk Protein they found that their hair doesn't like. I personally found that it was silk amino acids I didn't like. Is Wonder Curl in stores? No, Wonder Curl is not in stores, but you can find the link to Wonder Curl on my website at embracenaturalbeauty.com. I have my Amazon store where I have items that I've purchased, and can you ask them to start supplying Wonder Curl in the UK? So yeah, you can access my Amazon store where I put a lot of different products that I mentioned and have done reviews on. I put them in like a whole category, a whole catalog, and then also my Wonder Curl, the link to my Wonder Curl store, so that when you purchase through Wonder Curl, I get a credit for the person who recommended the product to you. So I'd like you to go to Wonder Curl through the link that's on my website, embracenaturalbeauty.com. And so what were the other questions? I told you ladies, if I'm talking, I'm going to be respectful and complete the thought. So I hope you can repaste. Hope you can copy and paste and repaste your comment or your question. Come on ladies, you can do it. You're veterans at this. And so you guys know how I styled this wash and go was with my Wonder Curl products. I've seen that new Tresemme shampoo. Where? Not here. I didn't show it. See, Rita comes out of left field. That's why we love her. We're on a topic, and she was, you know, I saw that Tresemme shampoo. I'm like, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Come on, Rita, share. So yeah, there were a couple other comments or questions before we come on. Is protein bad for low porosity hair? Well, that's what we're talking about tonight. Oh, I missed it. Oh, thank you, Rita. So help me. Someone just mentioned. Okay, well, okay. Help me out, because I did say if you can repaste, you know, your comment, because I didn't. If I was answering the question, I can't just stop in the middle of the question, answering the question, and be like reading all these comments, because then I never complete the answer, and that's not fair to the person who asked. So Tresemme Expect Botanic Lime Coconut Milk and Aloe Conditioner has new protein. Okay, so but what we want to do is, that's just not going to be a part of the list. That's all. Because we're trying to find products that we love that actually contain proteins, because a lot of people who have low porosity hair try to avoid proteins, or if they experience, you know, dryness associated with being protein sensitive. And I still, you know, I keep hearing protein sensitivity, and it was said to me a while back, someone said, I think you're protein sensitive, and I'm like, I don't think so, until I experienced it one time with one product that I use that had protein, and I'm like, I wonder if that means that I am protein sensitive, and if it's just that particular protein, or maybe because I had used, you know, a protein deep condition that wash, and then used a product that had protein in it, maybe I experienced protein overload. So as you notice, what I'm trying to do, kind of like in step order, first we're going over proteins, then we can start to see if there's a correlation Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, a combination. See if there's a correlation. Where on the list was that protein? I shared it. It was the silk amino acids that I shared with you was in that protein, that product, that protein balance leave-in conditioner. I didn't want to share it because I'm talking about something that didn't work. I don't want to confuse people. But if I had protein overload, which is something else that people have, reportedly experienced. So with low porosity hair, there's the perception or the belief that because we have a cuticle layer that's tightly packed, it's not, it's not weak, it's not damaged. So it's actually in really good condition. Just the way that it works, it's so tightly packed, we have struggles getting moisture in. But we don't have chips in it, we don't have cracks in it, and that's another reason why we know that our cuticle layer is working well. So do we really need protein? Because protein is supposed to fill in those spaces where we have breakage in our cuticle layer and help to fortify the hair strand so that it can stay intact. And we may not need as much of it. So a lot of people experience protein sensitivity, feel like their hair is drier when they use products that have protein. But I personally, I've shared with you several products that I've used that have protein in them, and I'm just fine. I love my Heat Cap from Hothead. Someone loves the Heat Cap from Hothead, so take note of that. Thank you for sharing. Wow, so that's why my hair is limp and dead. Please don't jump to any conclusions because I don't know all that you're experiencing. That's random fluffy. Yeah, I don't know all that you're experiencing. And I really want you to be careful because you'll hear information, you grab at things and go, oh, that's what it is, that's what it is. And what would really help you is to have, a thorough consultation. And I'm so happy I'm able to do that when ladies come into the salon, new clients every single time. They come in believing certain things about their hair. It's completely not the case. And just having a professional, work with you to analyze your hair can really help. Because if you're going based on information that's online, you're taking something perhaps from someone who's just basing it on their own personal experience or a few people in their circle and not enough to really gauge, the breadth or the depth of the natural hair community. So please do not just jump to any conclusions and diagnose your hair. I have this forum also, and I do my videos on YouTube so that you all know that you have an outlet that you don't have to just assume and diagnose your hair. I've invited you all to ask me questions before, especially before you engage in any type of, and I hate to use this word, but gimmicks. People want to share information, people want to be helpful, but sometimes it's just information overload, and it just may be saturation of information that's not really accurate. And so before you try anything, just check in. I do this broadcast every week, so if there's anything crazy that someone's putting online saying, do this because it's going to help your hair, like cold water, please don't put cold water on low porosity hair. Don't put cold water on anybody's hair, actually. I got the Big Chop 3 years ago and kept it braided under wigs. It's limp now. If it looks like quantities of protein work okay on low porosity. Now when I wear it out. So yeah, so you may have, because of how long you kept the braids in, how long did you keep them in? Like 6 weeks at a time, 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time? How long did you keep them in? And for those of you who have to tune out, I know it's after 9, so we're gonna be cutting off in just a moment. 3 years non-stop. Okay, my dear, I'm gonna come off. Ducky Dubs, I know you're following me on YouTube. I want you to let's connect with me on either Instagram or Facebook because I need to come off this broadcast so I can put this up on YouTube. This YouTube thing is really it's interacting with my chat. But I want to be able to connect with you all. So yeah, please connect with me on Facebook or Instagram and I'll answer you more specifically. So for everyone, I know it's the end of the night and you got to get ready for the week. I hope you all have a great week. If it's limp, you need protein treatment. Rita, let me talk with her. I wanna talk with her and see where she's at. Okay. So you're very welcome. Thank you. I think I'll be traveling on Saturday. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you all on Sunday. Like I said, it's going to be, catch and go because I'm traveling, but hopefully next Sunday, 8 p.m. That's my usual. Have a great night, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.